Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Tech Guys Some Guy podcast, brought to you by absolutely nobody, but we wanted to say hi. My name is Carlos, alongside with
Rod
and
Omar.
Yeah,
and
he's a permanent staple now.
Is that official now?
Well, when I'm free, I'll be here.
Damn it! Okay. I mean, I'm good.
Unless you guys want to book me, and then that's fine.
Your services are quite valuable.
Yeah, let me think about that.
3 years to life productions.
Thank you guys.
Yeah, 3 years to life. TechGuySomeGuy.com. Black Hole Photography.
We should probably put that somewhere. Like
and we're a bunch of. Okay, hold on.
Get it. It's not.
It's the podcast where we talk tech news, pop culture, with random rants in between.
Guys,
how was that?
That's good.
Okay. Woo. Okay.
You want to address the noise before we dive in?
We have a fan. We have a fan in the studio.
Wait. No, the way he said it was better.
Yeah.
Go ahead. The way you said it was good.
No, it's like I know last week you might have heard the buzzing. We had the fan. We had 2 fans going.
We had two fans
and a baby in the background.
Baby was quiet.
Baby was actually pretty quiet.
Yeah, he'd be branded sometimes. Yeah, so without the fans, those of you watching on YouTube, it gets hot in here.
And we're not gonna take off our clothes, so we gotta keep the fan.
I don't know about this guy, but I know 2 of us sweat like that. So
Yeah.
we'd be up here like.
If you see me shiny,
Yeah.
you know what happened.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're gonna have a little bit of a buzz for the next couple weeks because it's hot as hell in here. So it is what it is.
You guys will be fine.
Yeah.
All right. So what's in the agenda today?
Enjoy
What's
the
the first
show.
thing?
There's a couple of things.
Start
actually.
things off, I guess, somewhat chronological order. Let's start off with the solar eclipse.
Oh, all right.
Who saw it?
I caught like.
Did anybody actually pay attention to
I've
it?
seen every
I caught the tail end of
YouTube
it.
channel, every photographer that I know, videographer who's done a video on it. So I wasn't there, but like fine, I didn't miss
Right.
anything.
Did you actually see some of
I
it?
caught the tail end of it because I was invited to the Google Oriole launch launch event, which was like in 14th Street Park. So they were serving like black ice cream, which is like freaking like melting.
Nice.
Damn.
It was good, but it was
Okay.
like, but whatever the case, I caught the tail end of it. They had glasses. It was cool.
Okay.
The coolest thing that I saw was something on Twitter where they had somebody recorded it from their phone where they were flying.
I saw that
and
one.
they time lapse what the eclipse looked like. I'm like,
But
you won.
NASA did that too, and the space shuttle did too.
The guy.
I didn't see the NASA.
There's a picture of he's actually right. There's a lot of people that got to see the eclipse on Earth. Like we know that, but but only 6 guys actually got to see the eclipse from the International Space Station. There were 6 guys in the International Space Station, and they actually took pictures of Earth, and you could literally see the shadow just like crawling over it. It was actually pretty cool.
And then NASA had like 2 planes flying in the stratosphere where they took pictures too.
Yeah, but I think the coolest picture came from. I actually saw it on Reddit. There was one guy. He actually took a picture of the eclipse, and he timed it coincidentally perfectly. So you see the eclipse. And then you see the contrails of a plane going right past it, and the plane is like over here.
That was good. Yeah, I think that was like
Gorgeous picture.
Shot.
Gorgeous
And the other
shot.
one people don't notice that the actual space station was part of the eclipse. It was actually caught in between.
it photobombed it.
It photobombed
If you
the
can
whole
see it,
eclipse. Yeah. that was
Oh,
pretty
yeah,
cool.
when,
Shout out to the space station for doing that.
Yeah, they got that.
That's
off.
the app. Like you can't be. There's no bigger photobomb than that.
You
photobomb
can't.
the eclipse, so.
Literally, an entire country was looking up, and they're
And then you guys are like, hey guys. They could have moved us for all we know. Literally.
You know what? They
They
probably
probably did.
yeah, like
No idea what was going on.
remember up there they
The whole world's looking at them right now.
yeah.
Did was the Earth flat when they showed it? No.
That was fixed in post. It was
I'm kidding.
3D
Yeah, that was
animation.
there was a you know what's the funny part about astronauts? I don't know if they don't make that much money. They got a great perk, but they don't make that much
What's,
money. They're in the low 6
I know that
figures.
they're Saturn. Oh, so those figures. Goddamn, forgive me for
Well,
those 6
well,
figures.
no, think about
Well,
it.
think about all they got to go through.
Exactly.
It's like I might as well be a fucking
Exactly.
airplane pilot.
You could do a lot. You
Yeah,
could
but
do,
lawyers. Dude, if you
like-
want to make money in this world, be a lawyer. You'll
see,
always get paid.
but that's the thing. You could do You could do a lot less for 6 figures, but they have one hell of a perk.
yeah, dude, get the fucking
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, like think about it. Like
Yeah.
yeah. But that's very few. Yeah, like their perk is like, yo, I get to see, I get to see outer space. I'm in outer space. I see, that's one hell of a perk for 6 figures.
You gotta make sure they don't do it too often, or else they're gonna suffer from bone density.
And it-
blah, blah,
Oh, remember what's his name that did that? He was in space for like a year.
Yeah.
He came back down. Dude could barely walk.
Yeah, but that's because they try to measure how well living in space. Because he has a twin.
Yeah.
So like they did a control test on his
Yeah,
twin.
the
who
twin was
lived
the
on Earth.
control. Yeah, it was awesome.
And then, yeah.
It was a great idea. I was like,
I mean, yeah, but you need
At his
particular
expense.
At his expense.
Yeah. I'm sure he wasn't complaining because they gave him like an IMAX camera. He was shooting.
Oh yeah, he was going to town.
So like,
yeah, they gave him like here, open an Instagram account, have fun.
Now you can park in front of everywhere, but here's a camera for
here's
your
a
troubles.
camera.
Thanks. It's like thanks a lot.
Yeah, I mean that was the Eclipse. I mean, some people got emotional. I saw some videos where people were like crying because
some people
like,
were losing it, dude. Some people were losing
you know, I don't know, but I felt kind of weird during the eclipse because like your body kind of noticed something's off. Like, why is it getting dark when it's not supposed to?
Yeah.
Then after the eclipse, I felt okay. My dogs were. He was kind of like weird too. He was sleeping the whole day.
Oh yeah.
And then to the day after, he felt okay, but the whole day he was like bummed out. He was looking around. He was just sleeping.
Yeah. No. See,
you
like
know, animal senses.
Yeah, they're like, it was all.
When they start running, you need to follow suit.
See, yeah, I mean, like my eclipse experience was actually just very like homey. Like I went home, we made a couple of cereal box periscope things for my kids to see, and we went outside. And I remember there was an eclipse back in the '80s that somebody told me this, and it worked because I did it in the '80s. And I was like, damn, I don't have the sunglass viewers. Get a stack of negatives and and just stack them really heavy. And then you can do that and you'll see it perfectly. So that's what I did. I went down to the basement, pulled up some old negatives, stacked them up, and went. Saw them clear as day.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was good. It was good.
How the kids enjoy it?
Oh, they loved it. Like Talia loved it. She was like, she was like the sun. She was like, it was.
Say goodbye in a few seconds.
Yeah.
The next one is like in 7 years, 2024.
2024. But even then,
that was 1918, right?
No,
in the U.S.
In the U.S.
It's weird because 90 years and then we have one in 7 years.
Right, it's like all right.
But that one's going from top to bottom.
Yeah, and it's also gonna be a little too far to the west of us, but it's within driving distance, so I might actually do
I might actually for that one I might actually
like 4 or
drive.
5 hours.
You know what? It's actually gonna pass by Niagara Falls.
Yeah, that's right. That's what I'm
I
thinking.
might just go to Niagara Falls. That's gonna be epic.
That's what I'm thinking.
Hey,
you gotta get rooms now though.
Yeah, you're gonna have to end up booking.
Take that. Yeah, if y'all listen to this and y'all steal our idea. Y'all see us there. Say
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Oh man, imagine taking it from the bottom, like in the middle of the horseshoe falls with the.
We can set up different cameras and whatever. Yeah.
We'll see. Anyway,
yeah,
but
it was
that.
fun. Some people got emotional about it. I don't know. I mean,
but did you hear some of the extremes that people actually went to actually see it? Like there was one guy, he actually drove from I think New York to like South Carolina, saw it and started driving back. You know, like I know Casey Neistat, he actually flew to South Carolina.
Casey flies everywhere.
Yeah, I know. That one makes more sense.
That's not surprising.
See, but that one makes more sense.
Parachuted, that would have been different.
Yeah. So he's like, you got money, you got all this, you got that. Okay, I understand. But like the dude that drove down there, he goes, I'm driving down there and I'm driving back up. I'm like, God bless you, man.
Stop at the border.
Yeah, something, man. Because that was a little exaggeration.
Instead of just to drive.
Yeah, that was a bit of an exaggeration. But yeah, it was cool. It was cool. So I know a lot of people saw it. So, if you guys got a chance to see it, let us know how you felt. Did you cry? Did you not care? Did you?
The distractions.
Yeah, actually, what's funny? This table has like all three generic reactions. I was actually into it with me and my family. He was like, meh, I'll see it when it's there. And he was like, I saw it on YouTube.
I saw everybody else's channel.
Exactly. So
that's pretty much all three extremes.
Right. So
actually, we had a fourth person that'd be like, I didn't pay attention to the distractions.
Yeah,
I really didn't. I waited until after the videos were up. I'm like, I'm gonna continue.
Yeah, exactly. Right. So which guy were you? So post something in the comments. Let us know what happened, what you guys thought about it, and whatever. And yeah, that was actually a pretty dope one.
All right. Note 8. We saw it.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yesterday. Yeah.
Okay, so yesterday.
Wednesday, whenever else.
So yesterday we went to the Galaxy Unpacked 2017 event in New York.
Yeah.
And that place was dope. And we went there and they revealed the new Galaxy Note 8. It was cool. It was good. The screen was dope. But one thing that he said.
You're saying iPhones are better?
No, I ain't saying that now. But one thing that he said, which made me be like, yo, it's true. It's almost the same size as the Galaxy 8 Plus.
That's 8 Plus, yeah.
It's very creepy how close I can.
But it sound.
It felt that way.
PR generic, but it's definitely more ergonomic than the S8 Plus.
When you hold them in your hands, you really do feel
it. One's more rounder, one's more square, but they it's great.
So I mean, I I'm a Apple fanboy, so I have
Here we go.
many positives.
Are you really?
Oh, wait, hold on.
Are you really a fanboy?
Yeah.
You've
That's
slowly
debatable.
been falling off with the
You
Apple
have an
fanboy.
iPhone.
They've been breaking my heart. There's a difference between
Okay,
being a
all right,
fanboy and then
all
breaking
right.
your heart.
Okay, all right.
It's
Okay,
like,
so
it's
how many
different.
times do they have to break your heart for you to be like, yo, forget them?
I don't know. I'm a glad for punishment.
Obviously.
Yeah, we know
Clearly,
that.
clearly, I'm a
You
glad
don't
for
see us
punishment.
disagreeing with you on that one.
So like the only like everything was really impressive. The screen, the resolution was. I almost
That was
looked like a
crazy.
2K resolution. It was amazing resolution. I'm a very analog kind of a guy, so I like when I write notes. As much as you can type it on your phone, I like to have a
You like the
notebook.
scribbling
Yeah.
motion.
So that feature
Did
where
you
you
play
can
with the
actually, I
actual
did.
S
I
Pen?
love the S Pen. The
Yeah.
S Pen was amazing. The touch was better than the one from last year.
Right.
It's thinner. It's like it feels good in your hand. It's a natural. It almost feels like you're writing on paper.
Oh, it's
Because
natural.
I've played with other devices that have this, but when you're doing it naturally, like
different.
there's splotches or it's a break in the pen. Like you have to press it really hard the whole
Right.
time, which is not really natural. So I enjoy that. So like for me, that would be probably a phone I'd look into. And the cameras are amazing. Like the
Cameras were.
I've always given that to Samsung. Like they've always had better camera quality than Canon. I mean not Canon, than Apple.
Damn. Well, hold up.
No, it's because
That was a Freudian slip right there.
It's foreshadowing another topic or topic.
Oh yeah, we'll bring to that one.
So we were talking about earlier, so it's still in my mind.
Yeah, talking about the camera on the Note 8, it's 12 megapixels.
Yeah.
Both it's two cameras in the front. So one of them is wide angle.
Two
One
in
of
the back.
it's also two in the back.
No, you
No,
said two in the
I said
front.
two in the front. Okay, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Two in the back. Both of them have optical stability,
Yep.
and
Yep.
damn, they really were throwing shots at Apple.
They should.
They
One,
should.
one
I mean,
is
they've always had better
yeah, they really were
the
throwing
standard
shots.
one is the same f1.7 aperture from the S8, and then the other one is 2.4 aperture telephoto lens.
Right.
That sits side by side with it. So
Right, and whenever you shoot a picture, it shoots both of them, so you can actually choose how you want to set it up.
Yeah, which is really
Optical,
cool.
what is it? Focus selection was
Yeah.
crazy. I really want to get my hands on it just so I could try to do a shoot.
with
But
it.
but I want to shoot outdoors with it.
yeah,
I-
not
I-
like a photo shoot, just like actual like.
Unless you're gonna set up the whole room as like a background.
Right.
It's like, yeah,
I want
outside.
to. Yeah, I'm going outside. I'm lazy. I like that's, but I want to shoot outside with that just for the sole purpose of seeing how good can that focusing effect be. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because from what I've seen, like I said,
It looked good.
short
It looked
amount of
good.
period,
Yeah.
so it's real subtle, which is interesting because most places turn up
Turn up extreme.
and it looks so unnatural, and I
Yeah.
think that the fact that they kept it subtle
Right.
makes it look.
And
better.
See,
then,
I
and then you
noticed-
have the control to like make it to where you want it
Right.
to be.
And see, that's the thing-
It's not just like it's ingrained. You can change it.
And
before
after you
or
take the
after.
picture, yeah. And that's the thing with me. I want to see how it'll do in real life scenario.
Yeah.
And outside, because it'll show how much you. I agree with you that it is a subtle effect, but that subtle effect can make a world of difference
Yeah.
if the picture
If
and the
picture's
composition
right.
is done
Yeah,
right.
that's what I'm saying. Like
know what
I
I mean?
think the fact that it's subtle is a strong point. I think most people might see that like, oh, and then it might be turned off. Like, no, this is for your benefit when you use it more. But
I mean, you have some examples on the video you posted yesterday. So,
yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, if you guys want to check that out, just check out Tech Guy's video from yesterday.
Yeah, there is a video already posted up. So we did.
What's the other thing about the phone that I like? I like that. The only thing okay, so those are my pluses: the camera, the pen, definitely the better display.
Okay, what's your
My only
negative?
negative is the fingerprint thing. It's so high up
The
there.
placement, yeah.
It's really. I mean,
Oh, the one
I have
that's-
normal hand fingers.
Yeah,
He has like
for the
For you
LeBron
would be
James
fine.
fingers.
That's
No,
right,
no,
for
no, no,
the
no,
rest
no.
of
Wait,
the-
put your hand
For
up,
the
put your
rest
hand
of
up, put
the
your hand up.
normal society, which is everybody
the
else.
rest of you fucks.
I have to
Good
grab
luck.
it and slide it
No,
up and
it's
then hold
a
it.
bit,
Yeah, it's a bit off.
yeah.
off.
But you have the option of
Biometrics.
iris unlock, face unlock.
Which in our case, if we had that phone, that would be the way.
I
it
mean,
would
we
go.
used it last year. We tested it with glasses and
we tested with the
face recognition just
the Note 7 worked
seconds.
good, and then the fucking S8, that shit is like.
Oh, the
monstrous.
essay was ridiculous. When we were doing that, that's the one where we were just going to our faces and it
And
just
then it
automatically
just
opened
detected
It's
up.
it.
like,
yeah,
you
that
gotta
would
do it
work.
again because it's too quick.
You know what I never saw anybody do? They did it before with the iPhone, where the way because it's like a camera sensor that senses like the depth in your picture. You remember how somebody literally printed a very high-end, expensive version of your finger and kind of put it over there, and they were able to unlock it like that?
Yeah.
I wonder if anybody took the test for the Samsung where they took a really high-resolution detailed print of your face and put it in front of the phone to see if it unlocked it or not.
Yeah, they did that.
And did it work?
Well, the thing is, not for the iris.
Okay.
Because remember, there's
But it's-
iris
okay,
unlock
yeah.
and then there's face unlock. Face unlocked,
It worked.
you can just use your license and boom.
Okay.
So That's not the one. The Irish one would probably be the one to use.
Okay.
To actually be secure.
That was the thing that popped up.
But we didn't test that.
We didn't.
No,
we
didn't test that on the D8. It could have gotten better.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if we get a phone to review, we'll do all those tests.
Yeah. I mean, Lord knows I got a couple of headshots already printed we could use.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
We could just use those. So okay, cool.
But yeah, I mean, other than that, the phone definitely. The only other thing that you guys are bringing up is that we've talked about this. I don't know if we talked about it on camera, but we've talked about it where the time is coming where there's only so much you're gonna be able to put into a phone.
Oh yeah.
And then you're gonna be stuck with all right, now what? Now
we talked about this yesterday.
We're reaching that wall right now because there's really not much more you can put onto your Samsung or your iPhones anymore.
Yeah.
See, after that's gonna be just pricing issues.
Right. You know? See, the big thing that Samsung unwillingly brought up is the fact that guys really are running out of things to innovate on. So now think about it. It really is.
We think so. I'm not saying you're
wrong.
If
they come out with something, that would be so left field that I'd be like, wow, never thought about that. Okay, I'll admit that. Yeah. But right now, it really, from what we know and from what technology has been able to give us, phones damn near have it all already.
But and the thing is that it happens to every market. Look at cars. We've gone to the auto shows 5 years, 6 years in a row already. And now we're like, all right, all the cars have the same features. This one has a nicer interior, and that's it. This has Gorilla Glass. So the innovations are one or two things. Does it really amount to a $20,000 plus price tag? Probably not.
You know what's funny? You mentioning that. Here's a funny little bit of car history. Back in the 90s, Car and Driver magazine, I'm pretty sure it was Car and Driver or Road and Track. God, forgive me if I got the wrong one, but there was an article that they specifically wrote in like 98 or 99 where they blatantly said, if you look at all the cars that are being manufactured right now, side by side, you will have trouble figuring out which one is which.
They're all the same.
They started looking all the same. If you put them not even on design. If you look at the Toyota, the late '90s Toyota Camry, late '90s Honda Accord, you really
the Japanese cars. They all had a lot of the same body.
If you look at them, they all had the same kind of body designs, and they blatantly put that out there. It's like, guys, this is it's getting out there. And then the first car to do it was the PT Cruiser that gave that retro look, and all of a sudden it just started snowballing from there. The funny part about that is that if you look at a lot of the car sedans out right now and you put them side by side, you'll have the same exact problem.
So we're back to that.
Yes. I personally believe when it comes to the car industry, I think we're back to that situation where you can't tell a Kia Optima from like, I don't even know what else is out there. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you can't,
a Kia Optima to, what's that other one?
I mean, the interior is really the big difference now because everybody does
interior.
Crazy interior.
Like the interior is really doing it. Like for me, like if you've seen the interior of a lot of the new Hondas, it seriously looks like there's a million buttons. Like even yours has like a million buttons lined up like that, and they've actually been getting crazier since. Like if you look at like a Volkswagen one, let's say, like there's only like 3,000 a couple of buttons tops. They try to simplify it.
Jeeps is like that. They've ever had very few buttons.
Actually now they probably have more buttons.
Now they have more buttons than before. Because in my old Liberty, I had like a couple buttons. Everything else is like
the radio control,
whatever.
That's about it. But like for like let's say like the Hondas, if you look at the Hondas, they looks like a cockpit.
Dashboard.
You see where they have like the radio controls, and then there's all these other buttons on the bottom, and like even the air conditioning controls, I think is all button controlled. And I'm like, you could just put it all on the dial and kept it moving. You know what I mean?
But I mean, those are the little minute features that really don't add much to it.
No,
those are like nice to have, not really needs.
Right, but that's the interesting thing about them, and when it comes to like the innovation thing, is like they really are starting to max out. So what is it more that you're looking for? Is it styling? Is it pricing and everything like that? That's what the cell phone thing is getting into.
Here's the thing that's going to be the leader. Either it's going to be a car company or a tire company. Because we realize this, like in the newer cars, spare tires are optional.
Yes,
you pay for them.
The Kia didn't have the spare.
They give you the inflator.
Really?
No, they give you the special inflating liquid.
Yeah.
And then the inflator, because it's going to patch your tire and you'll be fine.
Right.
You can either still use it like that, or if you feel uncomfortable, go to a mechanic the next day, get the tire changed if you really feel that bad about it.
Right. For the record, get the tire changed. I hate that word. Cool.
Yeah. But the newer ones are different though, because the newer adhesives, they kind of like float in the air, and when you start filling the air and they start leaking, those little particles go on there and they patch it up. So it's a different technology now.
Yeah,
but that's the thing though. The next feature that's going to be in awe is a tire that will work perfectly fine, puncture or not. it's not gonna matter. It's gonna run all the time.
Well, I think, but there's some money factor.
Yeah,
how do we make money off that?
I agree. I mean, I think
again, it's the same thing. It goes back to the old idea of the razor blades. They make razor blades like the last 6 months, but you can't charge you like $20.
Yeah, exactly.
To change a new razor. Exactly.
I think in the car industry, since it's already starting to show up, once autonomous driving goes into every vehicle, that's going to be the big game changer.
It's making its way, even though we're on no E.
Yeah.
I'm trying to bring us back.
No, I think
I get what you mean as far as like
when it comes to like in the car industry.
Are we hitting the wall of innovation, automotive or
right? See now when it comes to cell phones, right? Samsung has been promoting their DeX system.
Yeah.
Right. I think that's going to be the way that cell phone technology is going to go. That'll be their revolution when they fine tune that.
But the funny thing is, Motorola did that years ago, and they did.
You actually brought that up. I remember that brought that last time.
But
remember,
Motorola, they didn't got the marketing push.
But no. But I don't think they had the technology at that time to make it as viable as it is now.
It's not even about technology or marketing. It's about timing. Because Uber existed about 5 years before Uber existed.
Yeah, timing. Yeah.
It wasn't the right time.
Right.
Gateway came out with their stores, so you can go play with the computer.
I remember that.
And it didn't work out. Apple came out with the stores.
Wait, was Gateway the one? Was Gateway the one with the cow boxes?
Yes, cow boxes.
The cow boxes.
Yeah.
Remember, they were the first ones to say, "Let's make these stores."
They make terrible computers.
No, see, but
that's why it didn't work out for them. But Apple took a different approach, and it worked for them.
Timing,
like it's about timing, about marketing. It's about how you sell it.
Yeah, see, for me, when it comes to like when it comes to about how you sell it and stuff like that, I don't think that they had the technology back then to do a good DeX type system.
Yeah.
Because like the new Samsung, the new Note 8 is 6 gigs of RAM built into that thing. Like 64 gigs of memory built into it, and expandable. It's getting to the point where the cell phone is a low entry PC.
Yeah.
So like 5, 6, 10 years ago, you could not say that about a cell phone.
I mean, people would say, "Oh, this is like having a small computer." Technically, no.
Yeah.
Now it's gonna be technically. You're right.
Right. Now, see, now it's gotten to a point where like, you're
really. Processors in here are better, stronger.
Exactly.
And we had the conversation on a drive home where we were like, it's gonna be the company that says there's gonna be 2 operating systems on your phone: OS for just regular computing stuff, and iOS just for your mobile stuff. So when you want to go mobile mode, you switch it. Different apps. You want to go PC mode, you switch it back.
Right, exactly.
PC mode, and that's gonna be one of the determining factors. I think that's gonna help.
I'm definitely with you. See, the only thing about DeX that is still, I guess, something that they're probably working on getting over with is that when you put it in the dock, it has to clip into the dock, right?
Yeah.
The moment they figure out how not to do that and still have the same level of performance, just getting near the actual computer monitor.
Because that's the slowest part.
Exactly. That's the slowest part. You dock it and you wait a good
second. I'm like,
I want to say you wait a good 5-6 seconds. I think before it actually appears on the computer, and that's the only hurdle that they have. The moment they fix that, I think DeX is gonna really pick up, because what that'll do is that'll save a lot of time when it comes to like, man, let me get on the computer to put up an invoice. Even though you have apps for that, the computer it's just exactly. So now in the future, you could probably be able to go to your desk where the monitor and your mouse is up, and you just literally put your phone on the table and it just instantly pops
up. It should be like as easy as when you're doing the charging. You should be able to touch it and go.
That's it.
Touch it and go.
And it's gonna get there.
It's gonna get there.
It's gonna get there.
I believe it's gonna get there.
And I think the fact that Samsung is really pushing that system, I think they're gonna be the leaders on that, because
they're not letting up. This is like maybe 2-3 years of DeX. So
I think it's 2. I think didn't they debut it last year? I think they debuted it last year with the Galaxy. Yeah. Exactly. It's all starting to become one.
Yeah.
But it was a great event.
They're not gonna let it go, because I think they're still crafting their enterprise market to go that route.
There you go.
So.
Yeah, but I just keep an eye on Samsung. The Note 8 is gonna be released on September 15th.
Yep.
And which is gonna be his birthday. I had to throw that out there. It's a great day. It's
his
birthday.
Really buying them now.
That's right.
It's gonna be pricey though. It's gonna be close to $1,000.
The grand price.
Oh, they dropped the price
already? They figure it out?
No, not dropped. Like released it, not dropped.
Oh, I was gonna say,
what's your wording?
Maybe.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, come on.
Yo, the press conference was yesterday. Now it's like 25% off.
Oh, right.
Well, they do have the trade-in stuff. They do have the trading options. So if you have a Note, if you're a Note 7 owner, you can save like $425 off.
That's not bad.
When you trade in.
That's really good, dude.
Because brings it down to like less than an iPhone.
It's almost half. So
that brings it. What is the price? Is what, 1,000?
9, depending on who you go to.
Buy it full retail, unlock from Samsung, $929.
$930.
So you're $525. That's really
AT&T
cheap.
$950. I mean, but of course the carriers have their
pricing.
plans, so I'll break it down. All right, so AT&T Next, $31.67 for 30 months or $950. But they got a bunch of promos with it too. Like you get $500 off.
Yeah,
a Samsung TV when you buy a Note 8 and add direct TV.
Is that
here's the TV.
This is AT&T. Or if you buy Note 8, get one free when you do an AT&T Next and add direct TV. They're really quick direct TV. Direct TV is actually kind of dope.
Yeah.
It's getting better? I remember when it was...
No, I'm sorry, the mobile app. Because you can just
okay.
get a mobile and say, I'm not with that stuff. I watched the new edition story at work on.
I'm anti-cable, bro. I can't support that.
No, but it's for your phone. But anyway, Sprint has Sprint Flex 18-month lease for about $40 a month, or you can do it 24 months, $33.33 a month. But they're the most expensive because they want a full $1,000 for full retail.
There you
go. T-Mobile, $210 down, $30 a month. Jump on demand, full retail $930. Verizon's $40 a month for 24 months, and full retail $960. So there's a bunch of different promos. They actually have Verizon has a trade-in promo that doesn't apply to Note 7 owners. You can get it for $80 off. And for those who pre-order, because pre-orders kicked off yesterday, because by the time this goes up,
right,
Friday, we get either the fast wireless charging pad or the Gear 360 second edition free when you pre-order.
I hope people go for the 360. That thing's actually pretty cool.
All right.
On the top right, is the counter dropping down?
Dropping down.
I don't believe him.
I don't care.
All right,
so what's the next topic?
All right, up next.
So next.
Let's go Nikon.
Oh, yeah.
Actually,
okay, cool.
Don't worry, we're getting to all the movie stuff.
Okay, yeah, because this is an interesting one.
It's not that interesting, guys.
No, it's interesting because I'm going to say this. Nikon finally announced the new flagship camera. I don't know if it's a flagship.
D850.
D850.
Whether it's flagship, I don't think.
This is what you need to know. 45 megapixel camera.
45.7.
Damn.
Right. Nine frames a second shooting, which is crazy action.
153-point autofocus system. The same one from
and
D5.
75% of it is going to be right in the center. It's literally the D5 focus system. It's nuts.
You got a silent shooting mode, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, 3.2-inch touchscreen.
And it films.
Shoots to 4K at 30 or 24 frames per second.
It also shoots 120 frames a second at 1080p.
For the lovely price of $3,200.
Yes, there's the question mark. See that now? I'm a Nikon guy. The full disclaimer: I own Nikon lenses. I own Nikon cameras.
You got 3 cameras.
2 cameras. I sold one of them.
Oh, gotcha.
That had to go. So I have 2 cameras. I have God knows how many lenses, and all that other crap. Nikon.
Yep.
But for the specs that it gives you.
And the price.
Now, mind you, this whole podcast started based off of TechGuySomeGuy.com, where the keynote is we want to look out for deals. As a Nikon guy, $3,200 camera, I could get something less for how much, guys? With equal performance.
A6500 for $1,300-$1,400.
Yeah, but here's the thing: you gotta understand what your focus is gonna be.
Yeah.
What do you want to do? If you're gonna be primarily a video guy who wants to take photos, or you're gonna be a photo guy who wants to take video?
Because that's kind of what that's.
Because this is a D80 is what it is. It's a pro photo, so you can take pro video.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. So let's be honest. If you're just gonna be a video guy who takes photos, then you have, the A6500 is a good camera. It's a great photo camera.
Or the A7S2.
The A7R2 is the one would be, that's for photos. So that's a photo/video camera, not a video/photo
Right.
camera.
Now, the A7R2, let's go into that one. The body for that, how much is it?
Same price.
Think about it.
right?
No.
No, about 28.
Yeah.
25. I mean, now you can probably get it for 25.
Yeah.
24. They have
That's
deals.
that's where
There
the
you
point
go.
is.
Yeah, yeah.
That's where the point is. It's like, listen, you can still get, like, they put themselves out there like, yes, we're here to challenge Sony. No, because Sony's still cheaper. Like, you really can't say that. And
Smaller
still,
body. The only thing, probably the battery would be the only downside to
yeah,
it.
but see, we had this discussion about
With that price, you can just buy one.
exactly.
No, yeah,
and
yeah.
mind you, like, and for me, they'd be like, well, you're gonna have to get new lenses. No, I don't. They have adapters for
So
that.
adapters.
adapters.
That's why when people talk about lens selection, I'm like, I never heard of it.
It's irrelevant now. Thank you, Metabones. They've changed the game. It is
Yeah, like stop.
lens adaptations to cameras is irrelevant now with Metabones. That's,
Yeah.
that's
So
not
people
even the
go,
topic of a conversation.
Yeah, yeah.
anymore.
Because I hate
That-
reading
it's
reviews
not
where
an
they
issue.
be like, cameras have a poor lens selection. Like, why
Yeah,
why is that even a knock? Like,
Yeah,
you
like
said,
you're concentrating on the wrong
You're
thing.
picky.
You're not even concentrating on the artistic side
Yeah.
or the technical side because
Yeah, because
the wrong-
like what he said, the Metabones adapters.
Yeah.
Think of it this way: Sigma Art Series lenses can go on any camera body now.
Yeah,
That's-
and if
that's-
not, they have their own adapter, the MC11. Right?
Yep.
Some shit.
Yes,
Yeah.
Sigma has their own adapters.
And
Sony
that's
has
the
their
thing.
own adapters.
So-
yeah, because it's like when they say shit like that, it pisses me off. It's like, all right, now you're nitpicking over the entire system,
Right.
But what does that have to do with the consumer, whether it be a prosumer or professional actually buying the camera? They don't give a fuck about
Yeah.
the camera lens selection. They either have their lenses or they're gonna,
Right.
or they're making plans for
The
it.
only ones who
Exactly.
don't is Samsung. Then nobody makes adapters for that camera. Gotta throw that out there, Samsung.
It was a good camera. I ain't gonna lie.
It was a good camera. They just gave
but-
up on it. Too.
But it's
wait, that's the one with the pass through sensor or something like that,
I
right?
forgot.
well, they had
I
the
forgot
NX30.
tag.
Honestly, the
NX1.
scary thing is about it, they need to sell.
Didn't
their
you have
camera.
that?
I had the NX30. Still have it.
Yeah.
They have the best Wi-Fi transfer that I've seen on the camera.
Oh,
That
yeah.
shit is instant.
But it's because it's like a technology company making cameras.
No, I know. They need to sell that.
It's not a camera company making.
Since they're not making cameras anymore, they really need to patent
Sell that
and
technology?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
Yeah.
everybody else could use that.
Yeah,
like
like
camera
the
companies
Nikon
could
ones
use
is
that
okay.
help. Like,
So back to your camera. Go ahead.
Like
Your camera.
no, it's true. As a Nikon guy, like the release of the 850, does that give me enough reason for me to be like, all right, well, I'm gonna go Sony? It doesn't. I'm still looking to look at Sony, and again, the reason being is because what Sony is capable of doing right now with the price that they have,
Yeah.
it's still worth it.
Even with a Panasonic. Right?
Yeah, GH4.
That's more pro video than video.
Yeah, that's more pro.
But
video,
again,
but
you-
their video, their photos are decent.
yeah. But it, again, depends on what you need it for.
Right. See, and that's kind of what I think Nikon is missing the mark on. You know, it's like, listen, guys. You know, if you know your competition, which is obviously you guys should know who your competition is, then you should know what you're dealing against. And if you know that, why are you still trying to sell something that's not? You know what I mean?
So back to the question that Rod asked when he asked this question before he started the podcast: is it too late
Yeah.
Is it too late?
It's too late for Nikon
to jump into the video
to-
market?
Yes. See, the problem with the video market, honestly, is the video market has always Canon held the mark
For a while.
for a while,
They let it-
right?
they
And
let
then Sony came out.
I think their refusal to acknowledge 4K trumps.
Yes, but see, this is the thing. When Sony came out, it strictly became a competition between Canon and Sony. The problem was is that Sony came out firing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They
And
didn't
Canon,
come out like
no, yeah,
No.
they came in
literally
like
kicked in
war
the door.
paint on, you know, full armor, horses armor, the whole nine. They came out ready to fight. And Canon was, I think
they
Canon,
scoffed it off. Like,
Yes.
we'll be alright.
Canon
We got
sat
our
back
4K.
like, yo, we have our reputation. You know who we are, and
Yeah.
they didn't do anything with it. And that's what their mistake was.
We saw that happen to BlackBerry. R.I.P. Same thing.
Good old days of BlackBerry. I had the Pearl Curve. I had a couple
Yeah, I
of
had
them.
the curve. I didn't have the Pearl. I had the curve, and I had the.
There was a couple of numbers I had.
the Bold,
89 something.
The 8900.
8900,
Yeah,
there you go.
the Bold.
Yeah, that was dope. See, but that's the thing. It's like if you don't realize how dangerous new competition is,
Yeah.
that's where you make your
I
mistake.
mean, Sony's gonna feel it eventually because, look, anybody who's a cinematographer knows the drama that happened with Sony between the F55 and the F5. And somebody hacked the code and gave people, without having to do anything, a code that could unlock 4K in the F5. Sony had to bite it because basically some people were paying $16,000 for a camera, and the other people were paying $32,000 for a camera.
There you go.
Granted, the 32 was supposed to do 4K, blah blah, and the F55 was limited at the time. Somebody literally went to the code, hacked it, put it on the internet, and it opened all the same features on the F55 for the F5.
That's exactly what it was.
And Sony was like, "Oh, fuck." You know why? Because everybody who paid $16,000 more, everybody was paying $16,000 more for that camera. Guess what happened? They were pissed because people who paid less were getting the same features. For
that's exactly what it was. See, and that's another danger of.
But they're still there though. They haven't
they haven't fixed it.
They haven't fixed it. It's only gotten worse because all the same, like the 6500, the AR7, like the sensors are all basically the same, and they can probably do the same thing. It's actually just the coding. And like as one insider rep told me, the reason that one camera has a headphone jack and the other one doesn't have a headphone jack is simply this, because if it did have a headphone jack, it would be the other camera.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is only a $700 difference for a headphone jack. Which is where they're kind of, now people are starting to realize this. At least people who work with cameras or in the industry are starting to realize this. Well, if it's the same camera, why am I bumping up for that one? I'll find a solution. So instead of paying $3,200, I'll pay.
Then they got the professional audio recorders.
I'll find a nice little $100 solution. And we're there, and that's where they're gonna find themselves.
See, and that's kind of the thing. The thing nowadays is that a lot of companies underestimate the consumers, because the consumers are just as smart. The hackers proved it on that one when they were like, "Listen, the sensor most likely is the same. Let me look into the code and see what's preventing it from going that far." Exactly. They found the code. They're like, "Holy crap! It's literally basically a firewall. Let me take that firewall down and see what happens now." Holy crap!
Hallelujah. The promised land.
Exactly. And that's the problem. So what I think companies need to start thinking about is like, listen, we really can't be throwing the same sensor on everything if they want to really keep it separate like that.
Exactly.
But they're not, because financially, I don't think it's worth it to develop two different technologies for two different sensors. Yeah. So they're going to keep on trying to do that. Pray to God the hackers don't figure it out, which we will, and keep it moving.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's the problem that they need to accept. So instead of them trying to charge crazy extra money for an extra feature
or a license.
Yeah, or a license.
Because technically a lot of the stuff that Sony does, it's a license. That means it's a code that unlocks it in the camera. Meaning the hardware is already there.
Right.
Which makes it even more.
It makes it irritating that the hardware, the technology is in my camera. You're holding it hostage for more money.
Right.
That's gonna get really old real quick.
Yep. Especially like I said, with enough hackers out there, we're gonna get around that. That's not a big deal for them. They need to understand that. Like as much as security, think of it this way. This is gonna sound really mean. Any company that has a security protocol to prevent some piece of information from being out there, they had to hire somebody to actually put that code in.
Yeah.
When they hire that somebody, they have a budget. Right, so they hire somebody within the budget.
Yeah.
Where like hackers who do it for fun, they just do it for fun.
Yeah.
They really do it. Be like, all right,
probably
it looks like a challenge.
Perfect example. Look at Sony. Look at HBO.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect example.
They're like, yo, we have a whole security team. Doesn't mean nothing to that one guy that could get past that.
Yeah. For that one guy who does it for pleasure, the other one guy who does it because he gets paid. That might not be his dream job. It might be like, I can't wait to go home already. Yeah, the hackers are like, I'm not going home until I break this code. Different mindset.
That's what it is. It's the mindset. So that's why I'm kind of like on the listen. I understand you guys are trying to do it and make money. I understand that, but realize that people will get around your firewall. There's nothing you can do about it. People will find it and get around it. Exactly. Because of that, you need to start thinking of, okay, I understand that I'm gonna have this feature. So what can I do to make money without the hackers getting into it? Charge less. Charge a lot less.
Yeah. Or just incorporate it into the price up front. Incorporate it up front, add an extra $1,000 and just release those as updates later on. Leave it at that.
There you go.
Yeah. You're still going to get your money. You know? They'll just have to wait a little bit longer to get the features.
I mean, even if they release updates and they want to like make money off of it, I mean, you wouldn't pay $1,000 for a software upgrade, but would you pay $20? You get what I'm saying?
Like, that's kind of like Panasonic. Their Vlog is $100. Yeah. Vlog on the.
You see, I would say
something small like that, because then I don't feel like I'm getting raped.
Thank you.
There you go.
There's a difference between being like nobody ever wants to feel like they're getting raped. You know.
Exactly.
There's a difference between you're getting fucked and getting raped.
Yeah.
So if you ask me to pay $100, I know I'm getting fucked. If you ask me to pay $500 for technology already in my camera, I'm getting raped. Nobody likes to get raped. People like to get fucked, not raped. Understand that. Understand that right now. Trademark, that's gold right there.
Wow.
Understand that.
Put that on a t-shirt.
Put that. Oh, I'm putting it on a t-shirt. Nobody take my idea. Thanks.
What? Okay.
Yeah.
So.
All right. So any other remarks on that? That's
Wait.
the
Complete
future of
side
camera.
note. I'd like to point out that we got into this subject because we started talking about the D850.
Yeah.
Goes to show you how
not
much
impressive that camera is right now.
There you go. That's what I said.
And we
On the
warned
scope of things.
Random rants in between.
Yes.
That was the random rant. We really went off.
So I'm actually going to add another random rant because I think it's essential. It just came out this morning. Rumors are that the C200 Mark
Was
One
that yours?
from Canon. No, I'm going to add
Is this yours?
this.
You added that? Whose phone is that?
So that's his. No, I didn't add that. I'm
okay.
adding something that has to do with Canon.
Yeah.
So there's
This is gonna
C200
get
that's
good.
supposed to come out, and it's supposed to have a firmware upgrade later this year that's going to give them a medium codec inside the camera. Has been rumored to still be a 420 codec that just has a higher bit rate, and that's really it. And everybody was expecting at least a 10-bit internal, so that might change the game for those deciding, do I spend $7,000 on that, or do I spend $7,000 on the Panasonic? Mind you, I'm going to an event September 13th in New York City where Panasonic is hosting, so you can get your hands on the EVA 1 to see more in depth. And I'm already telling you, that camera's gunning to be a FS5 and a C200 killer.
Oh yeah,
Right now.
That's what you're really thinking
Right
about.
now. I'm
Yeah,
thinking,
you
I got to
should.
see it beforehand
Yeah,
at
he
the
was on IG with
Panasonic.
it.
Oh,
But now-
the Panasonic event. You went like a
Yeah.
couple weeks ago, right?
Yeah, I'm going to one that's just focused on that camera alone, though.
Really?
So yeah, so
You're losing your mind on it.
hey, it's a very powerful little camera. to
So
be
you're
honest.
saying is your camera gonna go up for sale?
Nah, no,
Alright.
that's still a trusted workhorse. I wouldn't ever give up cameras because sometimes you always need more than one camera.
Yeah, you
But it's
Yeah.
always good to know
Think
that
about
there's
adding to it if
adding to the
possible.
collection if
Yeah.
possible. So that
There
was
you
my
go.
little side note. Maybe if you guys have any opinions, hit us up. Let us know what you think. And now we're moving on to
Pop culture.
oh,
All right. Quick question. You want to do?
nah. To start with the one I predicted and nobody believed me.
Which one?
Obi Wan.
No, who didn't believe you?
No, nobody believe. We believe you. Nobody said they didn't believe.
Yeah, you're saying
You guys
yeah.
kept saying, yeah, that's never happening.
Dude, that's fake news, bro.
You're fake news, bro.
All right, where are we going? You wanna
Start
go?
from the top. Just start in order.
No.
Start in order.
Start from the top.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right,
start from the top.
Fine. Okay.
This one's gonna get good because I got some opinions on this one.
Nobody cares.
Damn,
Wow.
I guess I'm leaving now.
Yeah, I was like nobody. Yeah.
You're great, guys. It's become two guys now.
All
There
right.
already was two guys.
All right.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
News broke. He's right.
Yeah.
All right. News broke earlier this week that Martin Scorcese will be producing, not directing, producing a Joker origin standalone film for the DCEU. Let me get the details. Todd Phillips from The Hangover will be writing and co-writing and directing.
What was his part in The Hangover? Did he just write it or
He
did he
was directing,
direct
He wrote. He directed it.
Yeah, he directed it. That's what I thought.
it? Okay.
And all right, the intention. All right, I'll read it
Yeah.
verbatim. The intention is to make a gritty, grounded, hard-boiled crime film set in early '80s Gotham that isn't meant to feel like a DC movie, but more so like Scorsese's films of that era, like Taxi Driver, Raging Bull, or The King of Comedy.
You know what's funny? You guys remember the original Batman, right? Where Michael Keaton,
Where
Michael
the-
Keaton
Which
one?
original?
The Michael Keaton
Okay.
era one.
'Cause
Remember
the
that?
burn,
Remember the scene when they did the parents being murdered?
Yeah.
That was a really grimy, dirty looking.
That
New
was
York
grimy
City.
as hell.
Yeah.
I wonder if
really,
that's kind of like the feel they're going for. On
Probably.
This.
Probably.
I like that with New York City.
So, all right. So the question is, all right. So the question
Or
is,
Gotham City. My bad. Sorry.
what do you? Well,
I didn't want to put that
New
out
York
there.
and
Whatever,
Gotham
anyways.
City, same shit. Like Metropolis is Gotham in a day, and Gotham's
It's Gotham.
York in a
and,
night.
Well, no,
It's like the
No,
Eclipse.
no,
It's like the Eclipse.
Nutshell.
No, you know what it was? If I remember right, it was Metropolis was a representation of New York City, and I'm not making this up. And Gotham was a representation of Newark, New Jersey.
Really? I thought it was.
Look it up.
Okay.
Look it up. That's why they were always so close to each other.
That makes sense, I guess.
I just completely messed y'all up on that one.
Yeah, I
Look it
don't
up.
think- I don't think they were as close as BVS made them.
Well, you can see Newark from New York. Like,
No. I'm talking about.
they made it really close, like the other
like,
side of the
I think
harbor.
In the comic books, I think they were a
Little farther.
little distance, not that close. Yeah, literally
Yeah.
like, looking over the water, be like, "There go to Gotham City.
Like, yo, you can see the bat signal from Metropolis.
Yeah, well, yeah,
You really could.
Batman
So,
standing outside the rain,
Superman's like, oh, what kind of club is that? Looks interesting.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, it's in Newark. All right. So thoughts, opinions.
Crap.
Well, first, all right. Before you get thoughts, what are your thoughts on Joker having an origin?
That's my one problem I have.
I think that should be everybody's issue.
No, I mean, everybody, like, look, that
just
has to be
storytelling.
eventually addressed, the origin of Joker.
Well, I mean, they gave Wolverine one, so why not?
Yeah, and then, I mean, granted, they didn't make it well in the films, but the comic books definitely did a better job than the films. Too.
I'll devil's advocate this one. Yeah, I understand that they gave Wolverine an origin on that one, but mind you, you're talking about a character that's created in the 70s.
Yeah.
Like, the Joker was a character that was created in the 30s.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's, and ever since then, they never gave him an origin. Even when they
closest thing we got is the Killing Joke.
Yeah, and even on the Killing Joke, which is actually the cover is one of the art pieces that's actually in my studio.
I think I remember that cover art. That might be the cover art.
That was the cover art.
Cover art for this episode. Go.
Okay, yeah. Now, but the thing about it is that's the closest they ever got to it, and even then, the Joker admitted he was like, "I really don't remember my like how this all started." You know, like what was the line? He was like, "If I'm to have an origin, I prefer it to be a multiple choice."
Yes.
Remember that?
Yes.
That was actually one of Joker's lines.
Yeah, okay, but on a like philosophical or psychological, that's great because that creates the character who he is. He's completely disconnected from humanity because he's completely disconnected from his past.
Yeah.
So that made him the monster he is today without any emotions because he's disconnected from what humanity was to him. So in order to find out how the Joker got there, it'd be interesting to see what fucked him up so far in the head that he had to say life as it is. I no longer know it.
It's a joke.
I know it like this as a joke.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Perfect.
That's really
that
one
would be
thing.
great.
That's
I
one
want to
thing-
see that.
That's one thing that
I
the
would
Joker
wanna
has
see
always
that.
said: life is a joke. Like
I would want to see that.
Yeah. I'm interested. I'm definitely game. Just the fact that
Somebody who knows how to do gritty movies like that.
Yeah.
Producing it.
They have the balls to do that. To
That's
give the
great.
Joker an origin and to do a standalone Joker movie.
Yeah.
You know what type of balls that requires?
That, see, the thing with me is like again, I completely understand exactly what you just said. It's the origin of the Joker, and we're gonna have probably the one guy that might be able to pull it off producing it. I understand that.
Who's acting in it? That's better.
No, they're saying that it's not gonna be the Jared Leto Joker.
No,
God,
no,
thank
it will not
God.
be Jared Leto. It'll be the new actor playing him. But Jared Leto is confirmed to be in Suicide Squad 2 and the movie formerly known as Gotham City Sirens 2, but that's later on the list.
Now, see, yeah. So the question I guess now amounts to is if you're gonna do it and you're gonna do it grimy enough. This is the thing with me, and I think I mentioned this to you. It's like you're not gonna do a Joker movie and think you're gonna make it PG-13.
Yeah, no, you're not.
You get what I'm
have
saying?
to remember the psychology of what's going to affect them is probably NC-17.
Yeah,
to be honest.
like
with
if
you.
anybody has ever read The Killing Joke, and I'm hoping a lot of you guys have. If you haven't, read it.
Terrible anime.
Yeah,
Well,
like
it's not terrible. It just didn't. This is a movie that
right.
doesn't translate.
It's like the theory behind him was that he kidnaps Commissioner Gordon on the premise that I'm gonna give you a day so bad that it will make you go psychotic, like what happened with me. Because he goes, everybody has a bad day.
Yep.
How bad does it have to be for you to go completely psychotic? And he even mentioned that to Batman in the comic book. He said, you had a bad day once too.
Yeah, because look at you now.
Because look at you now.
Yeah.
There's no way. He goes,
But that's what I'm saying. Like,
You know?
the psychology, even Joker is a psychologist when he talks to Batman. He picks at those little
I
things.
think-
So we need to see that.
Batman's strength is the psychology of the villains, not the
Yeah.
fact that he's just human. I think people focus on that. Like, no.
Yeah.
When you dive into it, it's all about the psychology of the entire
Yeah, people don't see that in the comics.
I think if Scorsese's gonna do the movie, personally speaking, I think he's gonna do it in a way where you'll never see the Joker as we know him
But you're not supposed
appear.
to.
I think it'll all be, if he's gonna do it the way I want it, I would be okay for it to be done. Would be for it to be all about the origin, and it ends right when
When he disconnects.
Right.
Yeah. Perfect.
Nothing. I don't want anything else. I don't want to see
You don't
him
need to
afterwards.
You don't
Yeah.
need to see the makeup at
No,
all.
no, I don't.
And then every other version of a Joker in different universes could just be different parallel universes where he decided to make a
It's
different
insane.
choice from that point on.
This is a movie Elseworld.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
see, but this is the other thing.
Perfect. I love
now,
it.
now this is the other
Let's
thing.
watch
though.
it.
Now with these many projects in hand, I needed to throw this question out there because it was kind of bugging me. If they are gonna make this movie, okay, that means there's possibly gonna have 3 different Jokers within the span of 5 years, maybe.
That's fine.
No, but this is the thing. 2 of them might be in the same universe.
Yeah.
Because what's happening is in this one is this, and if I'm gonna ruin the movie.
One will be older.
Well, one of them, one will be a prequel, one will be an afterthought.
Right, but the thing is this is that they also announced that they're making a Flash movie, but they named it Flashpoint.
Yeah.
For any comic book guy knows, Flashpoint is a major storyline in the Flash where he decides to go back in time to try to save his mom, and he does so. The problem with doing so is that he altered the timeline so badly
By doing that one thing.
by doing that one thing. It was a butterfly effect movie,
Yeah.
basically. But one of the major things that happened on that one is that Bruce Wayne, we know it as witnessed his parents being killed.
In Flashpoint.
In Flashpoint, his parents witnessed Bruce Wayne getting killed. And it's the dad that becomes Batman, but his mom becomes
becomes the
insane,
Joker. Mom
and she
becomes
becomes
the
the
Joker.
Joker.
I would have wanted the mom to be Batman, the dad to be the Joker.
That would have been interesting
That
too.
would've been
That would have been good too.
They
You know what I mean?
They could always do that for the movie.
Yeah,
There you
but
go.
see, that's what happened on that one. So, if you saw Batman v Superman, that means that guy that was the comedian in Watchmen, he's gonna end up being Batman in Flashpoint, and his mom
Negan.
gets in there.
Yeah, Negan.
Yeah, Negan is gonna be Batman.
That's fine.
What's her name from Walking Dead?
Yeah, I forget her name.
Which one? Which one from Walking?
Maggie.
Maggie.
Yeah, so
Maggie-
Negan
Mag-
and
and Maggie's
is
gonna be the
Batman
Joker.
and Joker.
See, in that universe, that means they're gonna.
See, but Negan was do so much better Joker, I think.
I think Negan.
Like I said, they can always
But wait,
switch
hold
it.
up.
Yeah, they can
But
always switch
Negan
it.
might actually make a really good alternate Batman because in
this
that
Batman,
one,
he was a drunk, he was a gambler, he killed people, he didn't give a shit.
yeah, he really didn't care.
That's
he
the
didn't have
Batman Gotham needs.
He didn't. Yeah. Oh, you didn't like the Ben Affleck.
That's right. He didn't like the Ben Affleck. He didn't like the
Yeah,
Batfleck.
because
The eyes.
You
Didn't-
stupid.
Didn't believe. No, we had this conversation. It's the
Yeah,
eyes. I've never-
he has a problem with his eyes.
when you see him in the full get up and he's looking at you, like, I don't see Batman. I see somebody dressed up as Batman.
I get you.
Yeah, I see where his
I get
face.
it. I can't even knock that.
But-
But
but-
anyway, Flashpoint Batman, he didn't have Batarang kids.
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Oh yeah, he was
Really?
he was nuts.
For real?
He was
Yeah.
nuts.
Alright,
So that's kind of my only concern I'm gonna have is like, listen, if you guys are really gonna do this, you guys really need to sit down with everybody who's making all the movies relating with references to the Joker and figure out, all right, how are we really doing this? Because how are you doing the Flashpoint without having this situation? How are you doing the DC universe where we already established that this is the Joker and now you're gonna have this other Joker? Like they need to establish all that and figure out is they gonna be connected? If not, how?
You know what?
You
I
get what I'm
don't
saying?
think it needs to.
I don't think
I don't think it
do
needs-
it.
I don't
Not
think
for
they
comic
should.
book fans, at least, because they're gonna understand it's a different universe.
This is a
different perspective.
prequel, and probably after Flashpoint, everything will probably be back to normal except for Batman,
Right.
because they just announced the Batman will be a solo film, not a trilogy.
I can live
And
with that.
it will, and just like the Joker thing, it won't be connected to the DCEU. It'll literally
It's just
be
a movie about
standalone
Batman. Which is fine.
So that means Ben Affleck is out of here.
That's what you officially think?
If it's not a trilogy,
Dude, but you're being
he's
announced.
an old guy.
Like,
He's
yeah.
an older guy. He signed him to be Batman. They're gonna run this shit for like another 10, 20 years. However long they can run it.
Yeah.
As soon as they announce Flash being Flashpoint, I'm like, he's out of here. That Batman's solo, not connected, not a trilogy, just kind of confirms it. On the low.
I don't know.
I
you
don't
know
want
what?
to see him to go.
I like them.
But the signs are there for me.
That's what you say?
Yeah, signs are.
I think he.
Because they still didn't announce that Ben Affleck will be in the solo Batman. We all assumed that he is. They didn't say he's
There was,
in it.
better.
there was a rumor yesterday that just sprung up that said that he wasn't, and then it came back to he still might be. So it's like they're going back and forth.
Yeah.
I mean, the studios didn't like his version of the script that he wrote for.
Yeah, they threw it out. That's why they got Matt Reeves.
So, I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah. Before we go into other stuff, Gotham City Sirens, which was supposed to be Harley Quinn, Catwoman, Poison Ivy, has officially been scrapped.
And it's gonna be.
And it's now a Joker.
I knew it, bro.
And Harley Quinn kind of natural born killers kind of movie.
Wait, who,
which, for the record,
which
Natural
Quinn,
Born
which,
Killers is one of my
which
favorite
Jack,
movies ever.
which Joker? Yeah, that's a great movie.
So-
Jared
Joker.
Leto.
I didn't like him. I liked her. I didn't like him.
We'll see. This will be his 10th. He has to redeem himself.
See, but see,
that
that's
was not like. I don't know. It wasn't my favorite.
What you
character.
said.
But that also means David Ayer's out.
See, this is the thing with me. Is
So they
like,
already got new directors for that.
did they name him?
Yeah.
Who's the director?
I gotta look it up.
In the meantime, this is the thing that I had with Gotham City Sirens. I saw the rumorville, I think it was yesterday, when they were like, Harley Quinn and Joker movie is official. I'm like, Gotham City Sirens is out. There's no way they're gonna do that. And because that happened, I personally think is if they're gonna do Natural Born Killers type.
Oh, I'm sorry, Crazy Stupid Love, not that.
See, now I'm not a fan. That went down real quick.
Yeah. Natural Born Killers. That'd be like,
that movie was insane.
Well, maybe they will.
Technically, if you put makeup on them right now, like
it really was Natural Born Killers.
That's what they should do.
That's what they should.
But whatever the case, they got the writer directing team, Glenn Ficarra and John Lacroix.
Lacroix?
F-U-Q-U.
Does he do Brooklyn?
R-E-Q-A.
Brooklyn's Finest?
Not Antoine.
Oh, okay.
I could be saying.
Yeah, pull up what the backgrounds are.
They
What they've done.
currently direct and executive produce NBC's This Is Us.
So they're gonna get really lovey-dovey.
Yeah.
Done.
See?
Moving on.
Oh,
It's over. Not even a touch this stuff.
Wait, no. I want to talk about one thing because I do kind of agree with him on that. I want to go back to what he originally said by accident.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Natural Born Killers.
I'm sorry.
What?
He read the
It won't
article.
be like Crazy Stupid Love. These are the guys who also wrote and directed Crazy Stupid Love.
Okay, I still stand by my
So-
previous
All right,
statement.
I just wanted to
Okay.
clarify.
Okay.
I just wanted to
Thank you for the
clarify.
clarification.
I'm not trying to change.
I think this is the thing that my opinion on it is like, listen, what we originally said when you said by accident, Natural Born Killers is a perfect premise for a Joker Harley
perfect.
movie.
Very
Like that
perfect
one, I think is a perfect premise for a Joker
Yeah.
Harley movie.
Even Bonnie and Clyde with Faye Dunaway.
Bonnie and Clyde.
And, you know.
Yeah, Redford, right?
No, it wasn't Redford. It was
Newman?
no, it wasn't
Warren Beatty.
Beatty.
Yes.
Beatty was the man in that one. Yeah.
Even something like that, perfect, because that's
That's a
in the
great,
genre,
criminals on the
like,
run,
yeah.
loving each other, doing crazy stuff.
Yeah.
That's a perfect example of how they should have done that movie. If you said Natural
How
Born
they
Killers,
should, 'cause they haven't done
yeah,
it yet, but-
exactly. Like Natural Born Killers
With that,
with
little Bonnie
Joker
and Clyde,
and Harley, I'm in. I'm in
yeah.
for that. Even the way Natural Born Killers was filmed was a perfect like Joker.
And I mean, it already has a lot, because even the DC fans who are always pumping up DC Comics and the DC Universe, a lot of them spoke out because they were like, Leto is not my favorite,
No, yeah, right,
Joker.
yeah.
So he already has a tough battle, and to try to make
Yep.
that love story work, I don't know. I think it's gonna be a
Yeah,
harder fight.
I want to see what they're gonna have to say about this. Let me get a
So
quick
I
thumbnail
think
for
I
the
think we
crowd.
can move on from that one, because I
Okay.
don't think we have much to say on that.
Yeah, that came and went. Graham shot. Okay, keep it moving.
All right, Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Oh, finally!
There you go.
I've been
Hey.
saying this forever and a day. They're gonna do an Obi Wan, and they are. And Ewan McGregor is gonna play Obi Wan.
That's not official yet.
No, but he's been one of the guys who's been trying to push
He's been
for
championing
them.
He's actually said it on record. Like,
Yes,
yes,
he wants
I want
to do
to be.
it. Let's
I
do
want
it.
to do this one.
And this
If
is
you do
great
one, I'm in.
because supposedly the rumor is it's gonna be from the time after Episode 3 and before 4, like what happened to him during that
Yeah.
time, and
Yep.
to the point where he met up with Luke as a kid on that farm, which is gonna be excellent.
If anybody, and I'm just there's a reason why I'm bringing this up. If anybody has seen Rogue One, it takes place immediately before Episode 4: A New Hope.
Yep.
The reason why I bring that up is because if they're doing an Obi-Wan movie and it takes place after Episode 3, they cannot be that far ahead to Episode 4. I think it needs to be. I think
You
it needs to
see
be
that.
shortly after.
Well, I mean, or
Shortly
you could
after
say,
3.
Shortly after 3. I think it needs to be.
or it
after
could be
that.
that expanse from his lifetime as being a solo, Ronin kind of
You
a
think so?
It's gonna be in one
Jedi,
shot, so
hiding
they-
from the
they might as well
world,
put it all in.
keep an eye
Make
on
him old
the
as
kid.
hell?
Yeah.
No, I said they may as well put
start.
it all in.
Yeah,
Like, do
start
that
from beginning
whole
to
3
end.
You think so?
They might make it its
But
own
they're not gonna
trilogy.
If they age him more,
No,
the age of more
they
close
can do that.
because the thing is that in episode 4, Alec
old.
Guinness he was
old as shit.
old.
Shit.
He was old, and a lot of people were like, I know he was in like Tatooine for like 20 years, but damn.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
like,
Yeah,
how
I mean-
old was they? That made him like fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah, they made him old, and that's the only, I guess, continuity issue that I think
Yeah.
there will have to be.
I don't think that'd be too much of an issue with today's CGI and makeup. I think
that's
that'd be
what
fine.
Oh, the way
I
the
think
way they
it's-
did
it's a
Grand Moff
story.
Tarkin
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
Rogue One, that was awesome.
Yeah, but I think the ultimate thing would be like, what happens? What does he do? Is he just following Luke the whole time?
Nah,
or
he needs to be
there
fighting,
has to be
he
something
needs to
else.
be
Yeah,
You
there
know?
has to be another side
He has
story
to
that
be
we don't know
hiding.
about.
training
Or
somebody
maybe,
else.
yeah, training
They go
somebody
out,
else.
They die.
You know,
and
or
then he
faking
goes
his own
hide.
death so the Empire thinks he's gone, so they stop searching for him. So he can
Yeah,
go back.
it-
Like things like that. Something
Just
like
don't
I'm
do
ecstatic about it.
fucking-
The-
Just don't make Obi-Wan movie the Incredible Hulk TV series.
Yeah, wait,
Obi-Wan hiding, helping people.
Yeah. Oh God, remember that? Wait, out of curiosity, did you like the announcement of the Han Solo movie that they're making?
I mean, I honestly knew that was coming too.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what they expect to do. I mean, it has to be obviously way before he even joined the Resistance.
Yeah,
So,
like,
you know.
like
Well, it's supposed to basically be him, as basically his whole life.
His whole life, before the
he met-
Resistance,
Before
yeah.
he meets up with
So you get to meet a younger
Chewie.
Chewie.
so it might even be like before the events of Episode 3 then.
Oh, yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It'll probably have to be
Yeah,
during
way
that
before
era.
that. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're gonna show how you get the Millennium Falcon from.
From Jabba.
No, not Jabba.
Oh no. Lando.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who Charles Gambino was playing the young lady.
Damn right he is. Remember what I said when
Well, he's
when
kind of
they
short though, isn't he?
no well. In fact, come on now.
Yeah,
So is Tom Cruise.
Shit, so is fucking the guy.
Yeah,
that
but he's
got-
hitting walls and shit.
See, no, but the thing when Childish Gambino announced, he was like, "Yes, I am playing Lando Calrissian in the new Han Solo standalone." I was like, "This guy is never making another album again." Shortly after that, he dropped an album. He was like, "Next one is my last one," right?
Yeah, now you got another one coming.
And I was like, "Come on." It's like
I mean,
the dude don't
no.
So
stop.
he didn't stop playing. I guess he's like, I'm not gonna have time for it, and he's like, I could go ahead.
Give me 20 minutes in the
Go ahead
studio.
and sneak some stuff in.
Yeah.
What am I talking about?
Yeah,
You stop
it's
playing him and
insane.
Champion put that project on.
That happens, I'll go insane. Even I'm a fan of that one. But yeah, I mean, with the Obi Wan one, yes, I agree with you that please give it to Ewan McGregor. Please don't recast him.
Yeah.
Ewan McGregor actually played a pretty damn good
I like
Obi Wan, even though there was
It
some.
was like the highlight of the prequel.
Yeah, honestly, he was because honestly,
sad.
there's a lot of things in the
It is.
prequels.
I mean, it's sad, but
It
he's a
is.
good enough actor to hold it down.
Yeah, he can hold
You know,
himself. He can hold
there's a
himself.
part in the movie that they had to keep because he just couldn't do it. Remember in episode 3 when he was telling after Anakin went nuts, he went to Padme and he was like, they killed younglings. When he says they killed younglings, you see him go like this, like he's about to cry. It's because he started laughing.
No,
Look at it again. You actually see his cheek go up and everything like that as he does that.
Man, he's sick fuck.
He could have.
nah, it's probably something
I'm
like
just kidding.
It's the wording in the script.
it's the wording.
It's the wording in the script that was
wording
getting
is
to him.
just so difficult. You're like,
It's like
fuck, man.
nobody will say this in real life,
Yeah,
like you
yeah.
know. But yeah, personally speaking, please put Ewan McGregor back on. I think Rogue One did a great job of transitioning episode 3 to episode 4 because it was so the visuals of episode 3 compared to the visuals of episode 4 was so different. They were like, there's no way they could link it up. And I think Rogue One did a great job of that transition.
Yeah, exactly.
To say, okay, yes, they are part of the same universe kind of thing. You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like, I do agree with that. So I think if they do the same thing with, like, Ewan McGregor somewhere in that gap, so they could still give a pretty decent transition from, like, the CGI-heavy episode prequels to the new ones, so they'll actually give it a better, like, segue into them, I'll be happier. You know what I mean? But yeah, please put Ewan McGregor.
But there's get ready for a Star Wars spin-off.
Extravaganza.
And like Disney, I think one of the best moves they did in centuries was buying that whole franchise.
$4 billion is definitely worth it. They're already up there.
Yeah.
They already made that money back and gonna make it back.
Yeah.
Imagine all the other Jedi movies that they make. They could probably start with the First Order, like going way back, like 10,000 years
Start
to the
doing
first
Knights of
Jedi.
the Old Republic.
That's what they need to do.
Yeah, I mean, but that's what I'm saying. Like, they could go back even further to like the First Order, like the first original
Yeah.
Jedi's, how they became, like, and then that's just a different world
Yeah.
that they can just start
They could go
attacking.
crazy.
They have material for decades.
Decades.
here.
Yeah.
And see, that's the thing.
Saying good material, by the way, good material.
But the funny part about you mentioning that is that what a lot of people didn't understand about what George Lucas did is that he opened the world for its fans. Like after Star Wars came out, he was trying to expand the universe as much as he could, but he didn't have enough time.
The fans did.
The fans did.
The fans
and
did
he
all
started
the books,
reading them.
all the
This is pretty good.
But they would give it to Lucas, and he would read it, and he'd be like, you know what, this is so good. Yes, this is canon.
You continue.
This is part of the universe.
Yeah.
George Lucas would read other people's stories, and if it was good enough, he'd be like, this is now part of the Star Wars universe. This is what happened. I'm co-signing this.
Yeah.
So a lot of the history of the Sith and a lot of history of the old Jedis,
all fans.
all fans. Even though Disney nixed that canon, they actually announced that a lot of the old canon,
They cut a lot of it.
they cut a lot of it off. You know what I mean?
They can always bring it back.
Yeah, but they kept the stories, but instead of saying it being part of the Star Wars canon, they're not calling it Star Wars Legends, which is like, all right, these are fictional stories of what could have happened, but they need to bring some of those stories back.
But they're leaving them though. They're leaving it in there so that you can be like, oh, if
They need
we
to pick
get
some
dry
ideas.
up, we just pull up one of the legends and
Dude,
make it into a movie.
They need
You know what I'm
to.
saying?
There's a lot of stories out there that's like
I said, but this is gonna be decades of
Yeah, because
work.
they need to show what the fuck they need to do. Not to say they need to do a Luke movie, but I really need to see what the fuck he been doing.
Yeah, I mean,
that's gonna be long after the series is done. Like once they do the 9 books, and they finish the series, maybe they'll do a spin-off of like what happened to Luke. When when Kylo Ren just killed off all the other Jedis.
Yeah.
What happened after that? What did he go on to the end of the universe to hide from?
Just wait.
All that stuff.
If there's an origin, if you want to see an interesting origin, I hope they do a story on Darth Plagueis, because that's when Darth Sidious was the apprentice.
Yes.
That would be a great one. Because Darth Plagueis was Darth Sidious' master. He was the Sith Lord.
Was he the one who found out how to keep that?
Yes, but kind of.
Okay.
He kind of went into he kind of created a healing factor with mitochondria.
But that's the thing though. They have
the material. They have so much material. They could just keep on going crazy with it. So yes, I agree.
I'm excited about this. Yeah, it's gonna be definitely a great year. If Disney's gonna do it right. There's no way they don't. They have way too much fighting. They have great producers at Disney. They're ahead of the game by so much.
Yeah, just wait. They're making so much bank, and on top of that,
and
the
that's
Star
just
Wars
movie bank. They're not even talking about video games, merchandising,
the
Universal Studios.
Yep, the Star Wars experience.
Wait a second. Let's just make everything experience in the parks.
Yep.
And Universal,
it's insane.
That's why, the Harry Potters. I love what they're doing with the spin-off movies. Like the dragon, the suitcase, and what was it?
Yeah,
I didn't see that.
That was a great movie.
Hold on, what was the name of that thing?
it.
That was Fantastic Creatures and Where to Find Them. Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them.
Yeah, that was a great movie, and it kept very true to the Harry Potter world.
Yeah.
So you felt connected already because you knew what they were talking about.
You just felt like it was in.
You knew
Except it was set 60 years before Harry Potter was born.
In New York City.
Like that. Yeah.
In New York City.
More than that.
It was back in the day, dude.
Yeah, it was set in New York City. So you saw a lot of things that you didn't get to see. You got to learn about new things, how things work in the U.S. versus which is interesting. Kind of learning that kind of stuff.
Hold up, you know what you mentioning that Harry.
All right, so while he does the research,
go.
We'll move on to
last
to that.
point.
Remember, go watch that movie whenever it comes out.
Amy Schumer wants equal pay for Netflix specials after finding out that Chris Rock and Dave Chappelle got more than she did. I brought that up because we talked about it yesterday.
Yes, we did. It was very upsetting. And I'm going to start it off why. Amy Schumer is a comedian. She has a following. She has loyal.
Right.
But let's be honest here. If we were to pull the people who like the Chris Rocks and the Dave Chappelles and compare her to them, they would be gaining. If there was a comedy Hall of Fame, they would be gaining to comedy Hall of Fame right now. She wouldn't. She hasn't made those accolades.
She hasn't done enough yet.
She hasn't gotten up. That's one. Two. That's why you do contracts ahead of time. If they say we're going to give you a special, we're going to pay you $5 million, you say yes. You said yes.
That's on you.
If you didn't want, you wanted more money, sweetheart, hold the fuck out. If not, fuck you. I'm not paying you more after we made a contract.
See, that's not her fault. That's not her fault. That's her agent's fault.
Yeah, but she's sitting in those conversations.
Exactly.
You know,
she got to know her business.
She got to know her business.
Yep.
If she has an agent who doesn't sell her well, guess what? Fire your agent.
Fucking agent.
Hire Rod. He'll get you more money.
Yeah,
call
right.
it a day.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying?
I wish I could
but
get her
don't come
I'd
out.
get her more.
Don't come out because and another thing. Last time the Dave Chappelle did a theater thing, his tickets sold out in like less than a day, and they were like $300, $400.
You talking about the ones that's happening now?
Yeah.
Wait,
No, they were like $5.
Whatever, but he's selling out in a day, $500 tickets.
Kind of shoot yourself.
Come on.
I mean, go.
Complete
Come on.
side note, I just need to take it back about 3 minutes. I double checked. Something told me double check because I had a feeling.
You had a feeling what?
According to Wiki and all that other crap, Harry Potter's birthday was actually July 31st, 1980. He's our age.
Harry Potter or
No, Harry Potter.
All right, well, whatever.
The stories take place in the 90s.
90s, all right, but
You brought it back to that.
I did. It just popped in my head.
back
No,
to
because I was like 60 years before. I think
back
it
to
was,
the Amy Schumer thing. That's what I think.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is a random rant. Okay.
And it's not even being sexist to saying that she doesn't deserve it. It's just that she's not there yet.
She's not.
She's been working. I'm not gonna say she hasn't been working, but she hasn't.
Okay.
She hasn't made that impact.
Let's bring this question up because what he said actually brings up another question. So, instant comedy Hall of Fame. Who would you throw in the list right now?
From the people who she's talking
No,
about.
not even who the people she's talking about. Just in general.
Right now?
Yeah, right now.
Louis C.K., Dave Chappelle, Chris Rock.
Go further back.
For right now, but like I'm talking about comedians who are performing
all
now.
Time. No, all time. Anybody in the Hall of Fame?
All time?
Yeah.
Oh, we gotta go back to Richard Pryor, Red Fox. I mean,
Fox.
the list is gonna go on and on here.
Bernie
You know?
Mac.
Bernie Mac.
Now,
you gotta.
Sinbad.
Yeah.
Wow, it's Sinbad.
It's hard to not curse.
Now,
Hard to stand out when you're not cursing.
now, here's the interesting one. I want to make a point. There's a reason why I said that question. Now, everybody you just said, and now add Amy Schumer.
No, don't fit.
It doesn't fit.
And there's females that I can add too.
Yeah.
Not even trying
Wanda
to
Sykes.
Even
Wanda Sykes.
Ellen DeGeneres.
Ellen
Poor
DeGeneres.
chick.
Yes.
Yeah,
When she was
a
on
lot of
stage.
people know that.
She actually did her
talk show.
stage
She
show.
was funny as shit.
Funny as shit.
Used to
What was
watch
the Asian one?
Johnny
Mary
Carson.
Cho? Was it
Whoopi
Mary Cho?
Goldberg back in
Whoopi
the
Goldberg?
early,
Whoopi Goldberg,
early
yeah.
days.
Billy
Not so
Crystal.
much
Just
now.
popped in my head.
Billy Crystal, great comedian.
But you see,
Mel Brooks, great comedian.
Oh, sorry, that guy's class legend. But that's the point right there. All the legends
not
that we just
there.
said, all the
Yeah.
people that we're like, bam.
She's working.
She's working there.
She's putting in
She's
work,
gonna get
but
there.
she's not there
She's
yet.
not there yet.
That's all.
That's all.
So I don't.
She probably could have got more money, but she's not getting there.
Right. I personally.
That's all.
My opinion is exactly what you said. It's like, listen, it was like you already filmed it. It's already on Netflix, which means you already signed the contract, you recorded it, and kept it moving, which means you were happy with that. When the reports that other people got more money, that's not their fault. That's their agent's fault. That means they have one hell of an agent that was like, no.
Or they have a better product. Let's be honest.
That's
or they
it.
have a better product.
Cause no, but this is the thing. This is the thing of what a good agent does. A good agent says this. He goes to the company and they say, yo, we'll give you $5 million. Let's go by the number you said, $5 million, and we'll give you this contract. He goes, all right, not a problem. He goes back to the actual store and says, yo, they want to give you $5 million, but from what I know of you and what I know of your bankability, I think we could get more. Ride with me until maybe 10 million. We might get a little under. Let's just say, goes back to them and says, this is what we want to do. They negotiate back and forth. Then finally they both agree, and they agree, sign the contract, done.
I mean, we don't even know if that's happening. He or she could have been a great agent. I don't know who her agent is. So I don't want to
shit on her.
Yeah. So they could have done all that. And Netflix are like, she's just not that marketable to us, to the market we're trying to feature. Yeah. Or we don't think her product is there. Come back to us in like 5 years.
Right.
Maybe her product could be there. But right now her product is at this price. This is all.
And this is what we think.
And she could have said no and walked away and pitched it to Amazon or Hulu or somebody. She didn't. She said, you know what, I'll do this. She wanted to go where everything else.
And the reason they paid them that because that's going to draw that attention.
Yeah. And let's go back. When was the first time the Chappelle Show came out?
The Chappelle Show? 99?
99? 2000?
I think it's like
when he signed that contract, what was that contract for? Like 5 years, 60 million or something like that, or more?
No, that was on the.
That was season 3. Yeah.
That was season 3 when they dropped that. That was insane.
But how much did they pay him for that?
Yeah,
60 mil. Dang.
60 mil. That was how many years ago?
Yeah.
He was making that money 20 years ago.
Yeah, exactly.
He gave that money back.
He gave the money back, but that's how much. That's how much his value mark. That was his stock then.
See, but this is the thing about the
and it hasn't dropped
Wait a
second.
Wait a second. We got some clarification here.
Okay, so
whoa.
She wanted more money than she got. Not that she deserves equal pay. That kind of just threw our whole rant out the window.
So now.
When did it? Wait. An update
to the story.
When was this?
Recently.
An hour ago.
An hour ago.
All right,
so
all right, cool.
So in that case,
right,
okay,
cigar
I
and
see
everything
it.
we said.
Wait, go ahead. What did she say?
She said she doesn't deserve the same pay as legends as Rock and Chappelle. She's clearing up controversy for salary. Variety published a story this week about gender pay equality.
And they took her words.
Highlighted that.
Okay.
Blah blah blah. Little special community march.
So-
Headlines.
So basically, Variety took her words and made her sound like she wanted more money for a show she already did. When the reality is, the young lady said she deserves more money, or she should have hung out for more money, which was the point we were making. If you want,
So in other words, Amy, thank you for stepping up and actually saying what you needed to clarify that.
Yeah.
Because as you could tell from us, we're not the only ones that thought this.
yeah,
We're not the only
because
ones that
if she figured it out, like whoa, that's not what I said. Everybody's gonna think I'm trying to go after these guys. You know, she knows. She has a market. She's marketable.
She is marketable. She's just not on that level yet.
Yeah.
And wait, going back to the Dave Chappelle
That's kind of
thing.
like fucked up on a Variety report that they
Yeah.
kind of twisted those words around.
Oh yeah,
So,
fake news.
This guy.
No wait, but going back to the Chappelle thing,
You like Chappelle? I like him.
when he dropped the Chappelle show, that literally became like a pop culture phenomenon.
Oh yeah.
It
he
really
walked away
did.
because he walked
Yeah.
away.
He walked away.
And because he walked away, his shit never dropped. It just stayed there.
Exactly.
And everybody's like, well, where would he have gone if he would have stayed on?
Now,
That's why the
if you really
movie
look
stayed
at
high.
it, now if you look at that, right? Amy Schumer personally hasn't done
Came out
anything.
Came out in 03.
03? Okay,
Chappelle show.
so that's 14 years ago.
14 years ago.
But-
Still, 14
but
years ago,
even-
to be making that money 14 years ago?
That's
Shit.
still insane. See, but that's the thing. It's like Amy Schumer. You can't say Amy Schumer did something with that much of a comedic impact. You know what I mean? And we could go to every comedian and probably be like, "Yo, this hit like Eddie Murphy's Raw." Done. That like if you look at what that did in the 80s, it's still funny as hell now.
Yeah, it timed well too.
Yeah, like some comedy specials did not age well.
No.
Some of them didn't. You know what I mean?
Some of them just stand the test of time. Like,
A lot of Richard Pryor stuff.
A lot of Richard Pryor stuff.
George Carlin. That's just.
George Carlin.
Any time of the
Yo,
day.
it's like any time of the day. He nailed shit 20 years ago.
That's still
happening
relevant
now.
now, yeah.
You're like,
Happening
what
right
the
now.
fuck?
And see, this is the thing.
He's like the 1984 version of a comedian. Because
Yeah.
his shit was always about what's now and what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
He knew.
And see,
He knew.
but that's the thing is like if you really want to say, all right, Amy Schumer, name me something that you did that has such an impact compared to it's really hard.
It's
I
hard.
think we can kind of.
I mean, her shows are her writing. She's writing a lot of
She's a
good
good writer.
films. She's a good writer.
I think we can
for
kind
movies.
of
Definitely.
drop the whole her and the impact.
Yeah.
Because of the fact that she just wanted more money.
She wanted what
She
she-
didn't,
But-
that article didn't specify
What she said.
the negotiation process.
But I do think-
So the topic now becomes not Amy Schumer, but it becomes Variety really needs to not do that because then it puts an artist in a position where they have to defend themselves.
That's all media does that.
Except for this media. That's why we corrected this. You're welcome.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, we actually corrected on the spot.
On
Thinking
the
about
spot.
it. You know what? That's what a lot of media companies need to be doing. Like,
They do actually. They don't do it as much, but they have the tablets
The
and they're
retraction.
supposed to be checking. But most of them are just probably like likes and subscribes and fucking. That's probably what they're doing.
there was a really nice question that Denzel Washington. I don't know. I'm pretty sure you guys saw it. This was like maybe I forgot when he was doing. I think when he was campaigning for Fences. They actually asked him, "What do you think about what the media is and stuff like that?"
Oh
He-
yes, I
Too
saw
much
those videos.
information,
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
too much information. He goes, "You guys are quick to put it out there to get your clicks and your views
Yeah.
without checking for accuracy and worthiness."
I've been saying that since I worked for the
Yeah,
news.
because journalism is the journalism that
Journalism-
as an art and science is dead.
Not necessarily.
Not dead, but it's not
written
popular.
journalists still do a lot of the going through.
No,
but
they do, but
the
it's-
video journalists on TV, it's all about clicks. It's all
Yeah.
about advertising. It's about airtime.
I agree. And see, but that's kind of I like the fact if you look at that video, which just look it up. He said it. The way he was addressing it, it's like he stopped talking to the microphone and started talking to the person behind it. He was literally looking at them like, "Saying about the mic no more. What's wrong with you?" Like, it really looked like that. It looked like,
life together, motherfucker.
yeah, it really looked like he was like, "I want you to think about your life. Let me know how you feel." It really looked like he was trying to say, come out like that. It was cool, you know. But yeah, I mean, okay, good for Amy Schumer stepping up to the plate and doing what you needed to do. Yeah, good correction. Keep it moving. What's next on the
What else?
subject?
Any last
We're
minute?
done?
Anything
We're
that
done.
you guys read
Unless-
up?
So
No?
anything else y'all want to chime in, add to? Leave
Trump's an idiot.
You'll leave Trump to his own devices.
Trump's become a show.
It seems like every show, every
Oh,
podcast.
so before we leave,
Democracy.
we're paying an homage to Game of Thrones. This is the last episode coming
fur
up on
blanket?
Sunday.
Says the only guy who watches the show.
Exactly.
Sunday. No animals were killed in the making of this faux fur blanket that we're
faux fur.
using. It's an homage to Jon Snow.
We might just
Last
keep it. I kinda
episode
dig it,
this
though.
Sunday.
It is kinda cool,
Watch
yeah,
it
yeah.
because the next episode's not coming out till like
Yeah,
2019
wait,
now. So
I kind of dig this though. You know,
No,
I
it's
dig it. I dig the fur. I think we might keep
Yeah,
it for a
so
while,
that's-
just to be different.
yeah, be different, be original.
Like
All right.
The fur wall.
Yeah, well, you know what? That's it. Trump sucks. Keep it moving.
Yeah, that's it.
All right.
Anybody, anything else?
No.
No, we're good. We're good. All right, guys. So that's pretty much it for the Tech Guy Tech Guy Some Guy podcast. Wow, I'm tired. Tech Guy Some Guy podcast. My name is Carlos, alongside with
Rod.
and
Omar.
Cool.
and that's pretty much it, guys. We'll talk to you later.
Peace.
Peace.